everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things related to the storytelling industry. If you don't already know me, I write nonfiction under my real name, Mary Ellen Quigley, and I write romance under my pen name, M.E. Laverne. And in today's video, I'm going to share a little bit about a really cool writing tool that I recently learned about, and it's called Novel Crafter. Now, you may have immediately had an ick factor, like an icky feeling when I said Novel Crafter, and I get it, but let me explain to you why it's not what you think it is. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then just keep going. Keep going. It's all going to make sense very shortly. All right. So I have several friends I've made over the years from different writing groups, and I was talking to all of them because in the last week since I've last posted my big vlog, my big writing a book in a month vlog, I have finished a very, 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 very rough draft of my novel. Very rough. Okay. I have reached the point where it's all down, but now it's like flushing it out more, like a little more character development, a little more detail here and there, like fine tuning everything. And I'm doing okay. I've got like what, 2 weeks, 2.5. I don't know. I don't have a calendar in front of me to get this all done. So I was like, I really need an easier way because what I was running into was I have a scene and I really like the scene, but I feel like that scene needs to be moved up. And then this whole chapter, I feel like would be better off coming after this chapter because I think that this needs to happen first. But in Google Docs and in Word, it means having to copy and paste the entire section, putting it back up there, and then you got to renumber everything and redo, it's a whole thing. And I was like, there has to be an easier way of doing this. And I know that a lot of people write with Scrivener. I bought Scrivener. I don't like Scrivener. And there are a lot of other writing programs out there that do similar things, but they're a little pricey. To be honest with y'all, I get paid next Friday. I am rolling into payday with $42 in my bank account. Yes, I am, and has been one of those months. So I don't have money in this short period of time to spend on something like that. So I was like, I need something affordable that I can use for editing, that's going to be easy to edit with, that I can swap scenes around. And also, I'm really wanting to create a series Bible. This is the first book of a trilogy, but as we all know who write series books, you got to keep track of your stuff because people will call you out so fast if the character has blue eyes in one book and suddenly brown eyes in the next. So I wanted to start keeping track of all of that. And I just needed to know, like, besides a giant spreadsheet or a Word document, how do I keep track of this? And they recommended Novel Crafter. So if you are like me, I have only ever heard of Novel Crafter in the context of AI writing. Everybody has their own opinion on AI writing. I personally do not like using AI. I will use it for brainstorming things. Like if I'm like, hey, give me 10 social media post ideas for an author about Tuesday. I don't know, like something stupid. Otherwise, I don't use AI for writing. I think that if you are an author, that you need to write your own stuff. So that's my opinion. If you feel differently, that's okay. Everybody is allowed to their own opinion. As a fiction writer, I write my own stuff because I can't look y'all straight in the face and be like, I'm an author if I don't write my own words. But I'm going to get off that whole soapbox. So I do not write with AI. I've never looked at Novel Crafter because every single video I have ever seen has been about how well you can write an AI novel in Novel Crafter. And I actually very quickly responded to my friends. I was like, that's for AI writing. They're like, no, actually it's not. Novel Crafter is not AI writing. It is just an app. It's just a writing app. That's all it is. It's made to write novels and to write screenplays. That's what their expertise is. You can integrate AI, but you can use it with no AI. In fact, Novel Crafter doesn't actually include AI. In order for you to integrate the AI, you have to go to a separate website. So you have to go to Claude or to ChatGPT or I don't know, what are the other ones? I feel like there's 5 million of them. I don't know if they are. I know ChatGPT. We all know ChatGPT, right? You have to go to that site, buy a key, and then bring it back to Novel Crafter and integrate the key into. Otherwise, AI is not there. If you don't integrate it, it doesn't exist. It's literally just a writing app. I ended up signing up for a 14-day trial, spent 4 hours playing with it yesterday. I am in love, and I don't know how I wrote anything without this. So I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to show you why I love it so much. All right. First thing I'm going to do is show you the price, because I have been introduced to a lot of writing programs. They're usually pricier than I can afford. Let me show you the price on this one. This is Novel Crafter. It's literally just novelcrafter.com. I'm on the pricing page. Every single thing you sign up for is a 14-day trial. They have monthly prices. They also have annually, obviously. I'm going to be flat honest with you. If the only thing you're doing is using this to write your novel and to organize your scenes, all you need is the scribe. That's it. The rest of these are really more for AI integration than they are for anything else. And I don't use AI. So the only one I'm using is Scribe. Scribe allows you to write your book. It has all the reviewing tools, the codex, which is really cool. And I'll show you what it is. You can create series. I don't know what universes are. They haven't turned those on yet, but whatever that is, it's coming soon. But as you can see, when you get down into some of this is the AI integration. And again, I don't use that, so I don't need it. You can still have editor and viewer access. You can actually, if someone's editing your book, just send them your novel crafter. I will not do that. I'll just use a Word document or whatever, but you can if you want to. And then you've got support, right? But a lot of these other things are more AI integrated. So if you're like me, the $4 is all you need, and $40 for the year. I've had a few writing programs that, I mean, it was like $20, $30 per month. So $4 is very, very affordable. All right, I'm going to actually show you guys what it looks like to create a novel. And this is where you're going to see why I love this so much. All right, so when you log in, this is what it looks like. You can create a series at the top. As you can see, I have the Truth series. That's the book I'm currently working on. Here's my book and all that good stuff. Now, you can import a novel if you've already got it written. I tried importing. It didn't work out very well. Honestly, next time I would probably just copy and paste things in there, but you can try importing. Mine didn't work out, but it may work better for you. I'm going to create a novel, and I'm just going to be like the new kid in town. I have no idea. I'm just making stuff up. With my name, you can select the series if you have and in what book it is, and then create the novel. All right. This is where the magic happens. So, codex. A codex is where you create your series Bible or just your list of characters and places and whatnot for your book. This is cool because mine is in a series, I can actually take these things and they can be copied and pasted to book 2 in the series. So I don't have to redo all these characters. I can just take them with me. Now you will notice when you go to enter things, here's my character list. I'm going to be like, this is Joe Schmo. He is the primary character. His nickname is Joey. This is where you can see where if you have AI integrated, but regardless, this is just going to be like he's a male. That's not how you spell male. Male, 20 years old, brown hair, oldest child, like whatever you want to know about Joe Schmo. I mean, that's just an example. But you can do however you want to. And then you could be like location. And I was playing with this. I was like Quigley Pizza Parlor. Will it pop up? Because I was playing earlier when I was trying to do this. I'll be like, this is a restaurant. There is no nickname. And then if you want to write a locate, what about it, where it's at, that kind of thing. This I don't use because this is for AI. I'm sure it can be used without AI, but I don't use it. But this is, so then here you go. I've got one location, one character, all as well, right? So now I'm going to create the story. You can just create the first scene and just go on your own, but I highly recommend, okay, you can add an act, whatever. I highly recommend you create from outline. So you can just come up with your own outline, or there's a few common templates. Now you'll recognize these: 3-act structure, save the cat, hero's journey. I don't know free text pyramid. That one I don't know. The story circle idea. I like this one. This is one that I used, but I'm going to do 3-act structure because you know I live and die by my 3-act structure. So here's create. Look at that. You now have all of your chapters laid out for you. Couple cool things. It will keep track of your words for the entirety of your book. Okay, it's here. It'll pop up at the top too. Like this is the act. It'll keep track of words for scenes, for chapters. This is cool because it will have labels for you. So this is where it will auto tag things from the codex. So for example, anytime Joe Schmo is mentioned in the chapter, he will be tagged under these codex. You can actually just add him yourself if you want to, but they will also auto tag him as you're writing. You can also select here what point of view you're going to be using. So let's say that I'm going to be doing third person point of view. And again, the main character here is Joe. I've been writing in first person. So this has been great for me because I can see who is narrating each chapter because I'm trying to like alternate between the two. So I can save this. And now we can see that this scene is in first person point of view and Joe is the main character. But let's say that I create another character and I'm going to be like Sammy. I don't know. Sammy is his love interest. Boom. I know nothing else about Sammy, but let's say that I want Sammy to be the first person point of view here, and then Sammy is here. So now I can see that this was Joe and this was Sammy, and I can keep track. A really cool feature, this is why I started using it, is because I got really tired of copying and pasting and then having to go in and renumber chapters. It was a whole headache. But with this, you don't have to do that. Let's say that I think chapter 6 should go where chapter 4 is. All I got to do is swap them. It renumbers everything. Same thing. Let's say I've added a new scene. And I think the scene looks great, but I think this scene should actually be at the beginning of chapter 6. All I have to do is drag the scene over. It now has renumbered, and that scene is now in chapter 6. And you can do that for the whole thing. Let's say that you're like, who needs a middle act? I mean, because I don't know, who knows? But like, I don't even like this chapter. This chapter stinks. Just delete the chapter. Now it renumbers everything afterwards, and you just keep going. So this is a summary. This is nice. This is just where you can put your scene beats or just a quick summary of what happens in that chapter. That way you can just quickly glance, and then when you hit the edit button, this is where you actually go in and you can start writing. Okay? All right. So let's say you finished the book and you're like, well, now I have got to get this exported into a Word document so that I can, send it off to the editor or format it to be uploaded to the book or whatever. You just go over here and you export. And I obviously would not do title acts because we don't care if it's act 1, 2, or 3. You can include whatever you want to do. And then this is where you export. Sorry, as a Word document. But that's how you export it. And that is the magic. I really love this. And like I said, at $4 a month, I mean, it's $4. Like, and I'll probably just pay $40 for the year. I don't know. I've been using this for editing my novel. And I have to be honest with you, it is the easiest I think I've ever edited anything. And I love the drag and drop feature that you can keep track of like who's in each chapter and what locations are in each chapter. I mean, I really think it is a pretty freaking awesome tool. So that is Novel Crafter in a nutshell. I really enjoy the program. I have not heard of it outside of AI writing. No one ever really talks about it as just a writing tool. Even if you look on YouTube and you search Novel Crafter on YouTube, you are going to find an influx of how to write with AI or how to brainstorm with AI, all that stuff. And that's fine if you want to, because there is an option to integrate it for what's called chat boxes. And the chat is where you can ask it, like, give me 10 ways someone can get murdered by a robber, or give me 10 types of knives that would be used in a knife fight. I don't know. Like, give me 10 things that cops do on a typical 8-hour shift, or whatever kind of stupid brainstorming. But I feel like you can look those up in other ways, like Googling. So anyway, that is what I love it though. I think this is, I don't ever see anybody talk about it. And I'm like, I need to share this with you guys because it's so cool. So anyways, Novel Crafter. If all else fails, I recommend to just like do the 14-day trial and test it out. If you hate it, you hate it. I wish I would have tested out Scrivener before I bought it because I just don't like it. I just don't like it. But I know people who love it, so this is a way to try it out and see if it's actually something you would use. I hope this helps. Novel Crafter without the use of AI and why you should still check it out. All right. I think I'm good. I'm going to go take a break, eat some lunch, and then get back to it because it is editing, editing, editing all the day long. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share, all the things. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.